tight to her chest. The sounds of battle raged downstairs, the crackle of magic, and the growls and fury of wolves. "They're coming for her," he said. Angelica laid the baby in the white crib by the windows. The baby woke up and began to cry at the sudden cold and being separated from her mother. "Shh, sweetheart," Angelica said. "Mama loves you." She didn't dare make any promises. In the distance, she could hear a yelp as a wolf went down. She couldn't be sure from the cry who it was. Her brother, their alpha. David gave her a quick, anguished glance over his shoulder. He didn't have time to say goodbye to his daughter. He was already snarling as he bounded toward the door, ready to tear apart any witch who tried to steal his daughter. Angelica longed to sweep her lips over her daughter's downy hair one last time, but her fingers tightened on the edge of the crib as she began to shift. The change made her shoulders curl forward. Her elbows braced on the railing as her knee joints snapped, reversing themselves. The pain was excruciating, every time, like a nail being driven through her body. But then it was gone, lost in the adrenaline of the change. She turned and threw herself down to the floor, and when her hands hit the hardwood floor, they were paws. The baby was screaming. The sound pierced her ears painfully. She leaped up onto her hind legs, catching the rail with her paws. Angelica's deep blue eyes met her newborn daughter's gaze. Her daughter stared up at her in wonder, her lips parted, no longer crying. Newborns couldn't see well, but she had to believe her daughter saw her, once, that her daughter saw her future. The baby was quiet until the door flew open. One witch, then two more stepped into the room. Angelica leaped at them, and a crack of magic boomed in the narrow space, setting the baby to frantic tears again. Angelica ripped out the throat of one witch, already whirling on the next. But it was always a lost cause. The coven leader made it a point to step over the mother wolf's body on his way to the crib. He wrapped his hands around her rib cage and scooped up the mewling baby. She was crying frantically now, a desperate bleeding sound, her head lolling forward helplessly. "You don't look like much," he said, "but you are going to be very useful to me." He laid her on his chest, patting her back absent-mindedly, and turned to carry her past the carnage of what had been the Blissford pack. "Let's get you home, daughter."
Chapter 1. Piper. I was walking Maddie to school when I spotted trouble ahead. Trouble in the form of Eli Kingston and his two best friends, or should I say, lackeys. The three of them were walking toward us, away from the high school, so they'd probably come looking for me. "Hey, kiddo," I said, resting my hand on Maddie's shoulder. We were only a block away from the elementary school. She looked up at me. Her blue eyes were wide and dark-lashed, her face innocent under her pigtails. I wanted to make sure she stayed that way, no matter what kind of trouble I was in. Sometimes that meant I lied. I did whatever it took to protect her. "I'll race you to school," I told her. "All the way to the door. You up for it?" She crinkled her nose at me. "You're so slow. And you're so short, but I don't bring it up all the time." I rested my hand on top of her head affectionately. "If I fall behind, you go ahead into school. I don't want to make you late." Her heart-shaped face clouded, and a spike of guilt stabbed into my chest. Maddie took 4th grade very seriously. She'd never been late on purpose. Reading was an escape for her, and school was a haven. We shared a love of books. "We're going to be late?" she asked in alarm. "Not you, since you're so fast," I said, my voice